My name is Eirini Sampson, and I'll be presenting my PhD poster, Freezing Energy Bills Without Freezing Ourselves. So I'll start with a four-pillar analysis of the UK heating transition. A third of greenhouse gas emissions in the UK can be attributed to heating, while the UK has the oldest housing stock in Europe, with 38% of homes being built before 1946. 29 million existing homes across the UK will need to be made low carbon to meet the UK's net zero ambitions by 2050, while today 74% of households receive their heating from gas central heating. At the same time, there are 8.8 million fuel-poor households in England, and women are more likely than men to live in cold homes, affecting their mental and physical health. Nonetheless, policymakers perceive the heat decarbonization as disruptive, with technological pathways being uncertain with little upside to them, and policies to support low-carbon measures have been weakened or withdrawn. On top of that, there are large upfront costs for the uptake of new technologies or whole home retrofits, meaning that few consumers can actually afford them, while the private sector lacks consistent price signals to drive low carbon technology uptake. So this gives rise to certain questions and research objectives in the context of my PhD. First, to characterize the rising environmental risks to civil society on this low carbon futures course reversal, and to evaluate the current UK heating decarbonization measures in terms of their potential individual contributions towards the mitigation of environmental risks. To compare the UK measures to Denmark, because Denmark has had successful heat decarbonization so far, and to assess stakeholder and expert preferences for our low carbon futures, while also to model 3 future energy system scenarios for the adoption of different heating technologies to assess their environmental and socioeconomic footprints. How am I going to do this? Horizon scanning, using Denmark as a case study, energy modeling, which has also been described as storytelling with numbers, stakeholder validation, storytelling scenario analysis, which has been described as a powerful tool in the literature, but also in the grey literature, because it can be used to create more plausible scenarios that are then used in energy modeling, storytelling with numbers, and also energy justice as an analytical tool. So the key research outputs from my PhD are to establish an energy justice as an analytical framework for socio-technical transitions, and to propose a framework strategy for climate and environmental risk reduction measures that are consistent with contemporary UK energy security and affordability needs. So what are some of my initial findings in regards to heating in Denmark? So 65.8% of district heating is produced by electricity in Denmark. And Denmark has unique modes of ownership. 34% of district heating is cooperative, is owned by energy communities, essentially. 60% of it is owned by municipalities, while only 6% of it is privately owned. Danish heating is also regulated by the non-profit principle, which also meant that Danish energy prices for district heating saw only a slight increase in 2022 due to inflationary pressures. And energy community-owned district heating has been found to enable flexible integration of renewable energy, while also mitigating operational electricity costs for heat and managing peak loads. Thank you.